June, Vlogmas with June. Everybody loves June, AJ and CJ too. But Juniper Binks is a cutie. Vlogmas with June. Subscribe to join the adventure. New vlog every Sunday. One thing about me. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are making Christmas cookies in the kitchen. CJ has already made a chocolate chip walnut cookie dough. We're each gonna make 4 types of cookies, and then we're gonna pack up some boxes for some friends and family. Let's go. First up, we're gonna make these peanut butter cornflake cookies. I have this huge sheet pan from Nana. I don't know if you could even see how huge this is. It does not fit in the oven. It's that big. I'm gonna line this with parchment paper. And now we're gonna go over to the stovetop. It says, in a large saucepan over medium-low heat, combine peanut butter, sugar, and corn syrup. Look at that creamy peanut butter mixture. How delicious is this gonna be with some cornflakes? CJ just took the first batch of chocolate walnut cookies out of the oven, and they smell phenomenal. And more are about to go in right now. As soon as your peanut butter mixture comes to like a rolling boil, you're going to remove it from the heat, and then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Six cups of cornflakes right into the mixture. You stir them up until they're evenly coated. And then immediately, you're going to drop the cookies onto the lined parchment pan. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to go drop these cookies onto the lined parchment pan. They say to use a greased ice cream scoop or spoon. I don't really know how big they're supposed to be. I had to put 3 extra on a little parchmented plate here. I didn't want to waste a whole nother huge tray. I have 27 all day. I'm so excited. They look really good. Now they just have to sit 30 minutes at room temperature, and then you could serve them, freeze them, or pack them. Next up, we're gonna make these Grinch cookies. I got the little heart sprinkles. I ordered these on Amazon for like $4 or $5. I couldn't find them in the stores. And they're little tiny hearts because the Grinch's heart was 2 sizes too small. Isn't that so cute? They are a cake cookie. So you're gonna empty a bowl of You're going to empty a box of vanilla cake mix into a large mixing bowl. You're going to add 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and mix it up. All right, our vanilla cake mix going in. 2 eggs. Pro tip, you guys. When you crack your eggs, don't ever crack your eggs right in the bowl. They taught me this in like 6th grade cooking class. Crack your eggs here. So if you have a shell, you can take it out. And there, toast. One-third of a cup of vegetable oil. Got my little nutcracker cup from last year for Christmas. If y'all were here, you know I freaked out about getting those. I love these little cuties. And it specifically says to mix your mixture with a rubber spatula. We add a 1/4 teaspoon of green food coloring to the dough. Not anymore, or it can get a little tacky. And this should give it the perfect green color. You mix it all in, and when your dough is mixed thoroughly, you're going to cover it with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Alright, got the saran wrap on here. I'm going to put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Alright guys, my Grinch cookie dough is cool right out of the fridge. We're going to get, it tells me to use a 1-inch cookie scoop, but I don't have a 1-inch cookie scoop. So CJ looked it up online, and you can just use a tablespoon. You're going to make a ball of dough, and then you're going to roll that ball of dough in some granulated sugar. And then we're gonna roll it in some powdered sugar. Wow. It's like, it feels like a mochi. Well, I'm gonna just tap it off. Then you just put it on your cookie shape. We're gonna get the hearts in the Grinch cookies. I have some hearts in a little bowl here. Again, like I said, I got these from Amazon. They were a good price. The best place I could find them. It's just starting to feel like I'm in a cooking competition right now, which is kind of funny. I'm like, get the hearts in. I have 9 minutes till my next batch of Grinch cookies has to go. And get the sprinkle heart in while it's hot. Move, move, move. Cracking up. Is it cake? Because the answer is yes. These are cake cookies. The next cookie we're making, like this cookie, I'm using that term loosely because we are making these peanut butter and chocolate dipped bugles. And then I also made those peanut butter oat no bake cornflakes. So, but I mean, cookies, you know? So the first step of this is to open up your bags of bugles, and you're gonna sort through them. Any bugles that look like they cannot hold the peanut butter filling, you're gonna put them to the side. So you're just gonna look through them. That's a good one right there. But that one could not hold filling. Very good. So. My peanut butter mixture is now in this bag. CJ was so kind and stuck it in a Ziploc bag so I can pipe it. We have 2 trays of bugles filled with peanut butter. I grabbed a plate because I have just a few more. Again, I'm not going to waste the whole other tray. I'm going to throw some parchment on a plate, stick like the last 5 or 6 on here with the peanut butter, and I'm going to get the chocolate melted. You do want to use either the microwave or a double boiler it calls for. I'm going to use a double boiler on the stove top. And you're going to melt down 12 ounces, which is, in my case, this whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Make sure you keep your chocolate stirring in your double boiler so it doesn't burn. I just threw the chocolate chips onto the double boiler and they are already melting down nice and slowly. Alright, look at that chocolate. Look at that beautiful velvety smooth chocolate. Oh my goodness. We have our melted semi-sweet chocolate chip morsels. You're going to take your bugle. You're going to dip it in the chocolate. It says dip the wide end of the bugle in the chocolate. And then you're going to place it on your parchment lined or wax lined baking sheet so they can set up. Pretty easy. This is a cute dessert, y'all. I have never had these. I actually have not had a lot of these desserts that we're making today, but I am so excited to try them. Oh, look at all the bugles. Me and CJ just quickly busted out this whole tray of them. You guys, don't they look like little ice cream cones? How cute. All right, I got another tray and a half to go. See you soon. So these are the peanut butter cornflakes from earlier. I'm just taking them off the tray and packing them onto a plate. I want to get everything nice and organized so that way when we go around to make our boxes, it's so easy, you know?
Alright guys, we're making the chocolate thumbprint cookies. They look divine. They are a nice, rich, chocolatey dough. I'm just mixing the dry mix right now for this. It's flour, baking powder, and salt. I'm gonna whisk that together and set aside. Do any of y'all do Christmas cookies? What kinds do you like? I think AJ picked an excellent, well, not alone, but I think that AJ curated a really, really nice variety. And she gave me a lot of cookies to choose from, and she has great taste, okay? These boxes are about to be on fire. Y'all, I'm such an idiot. I forgot to put the cocoa powder in, so here we are. Alright, so now I took my butter and my white and brown sugars. I'm gonna cream them together. Alright, now that this is all creamed up, I am going to take the 2 egg yolks that I just separated. So we're going to pop these in one at a time. And these are room temperature. It says to mix this until it is pale, fluffy, and well mixed. So now I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of that Madagascar Gold. Next, we're going to add in our dry mixture. But they only want us to mix it until it just combines. What I can tell you is that this smells divine, so that's exciting. It all just came together so aromatically. The butter bloomed with the cocoa powder. Oof! I've decided I'm just gonna finish the dough off by hand because it's coming very close. And it is beautiful. I just want to get everything cleaned up nicely here, so I pop the glove on and it's doing the trick. It's kind of like fudge. It's so nice. Alright guys, so what I've done here is I have taken this batter, scooped it a tablespoon out at a time, formed that into round balls, and now I am taking 1/4 of a teaspoon and pressing it in and making little cozy nests for the ganache. And it is very satisfying, and I love these cookies already. These are gonna go in the refrigerator to chill for an hour.
These cookies just came out of the oven, and now CJ is just pressing down on the centers again very lightly, just to make sure they keep their nice shape. You want a nice little spot to put the ganache into. They look so good. Oh my gosh. Wow. These cookies are gorgeous. I wish you could smell them. They just smell like little lava cakes. Mmm. Okay, we're gonna get to making the buttery pecan snowball cookies. It calls for 3 sticks of softened butter, unsalted. This butter's been sitting out at room temperature right by the stove all day long. So since the oven's been on, we've been baking. It's very nice and soft, room temperature butter. I mean, at this point, it is almost melted. Beautiful. Then we need 3/4 of a cup powdered sugar. So I have a half cup here. I'm gonna put a half cup, and I'm gonna put half of this half cup. There's a half a cup powdered sugar. Let's do about half of that. That'll be 3/4 of a cup. So let's cream that 2 to 3 minutes. That's looking good to me. All right, now we need to add the vanilla. It is 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, that's good. Now we need to mix in the flour and the salt. It is 3 1/3 cups of flour. So again, I have a half cup, so I need 6. But I'm not going to do them all at once. So we're going to do 2. Start mixing and put the rest in. Look at that dough forming, it looks so good. It is 1/3 teaspoon of salt. So I have some kosher salt here, 1/3 teaspoon of salt. We folded in the finely chopped pecans. Now we have to make about 1 tablespoon balls and put them onto the parchment paper. Then we're gonna bake them. They've been cooling for 5 minutes, and now we're gonna roll them in the powdered sugar. There they are. Now you just let them finish cooling.
Okay, so here we have the 1 cup mixture of white and brown sugar that's been beaten up with 1 cup of butter, and now I've added the 2 eggs to it and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. 2 3/4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of salt. This dough is nice and fluffy and creamy, and I'm just gonna finish working it by hand so that I don't overmix it. Alright, so now I'm weighing out the cinnamon cookies and rolling them into balls and slapping them into shape and placing them on the cookie sheet.
Look at these cinnamon cookies. Oh my gosh. CJ took them out of the oven a few minutes ago. This kitchen smells divine.
Okay, so now I've taken a stick of butter and 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm gonna beat them together. We're making the icing for the cinnamon roll cookies. Now I'm beating in 2 1/2 cups of powdered sugar, and then I'll add the vanilla. Just checking in to show y'all that AJ is helping me frost because, first of all, she's superior at it, and second of all, I'm tired. And so is she, so thanks, babe.
No problem. I'm having fun.
It is almost midnight, guys, but look at these cute cinnamon roll cookies. They're beautifully baked, a soft, chewy, delicious texture. The frosting is divine, and then I just lightly sprinkle them with cinnamon to finish them off. All right, guys, CJ took a sheet pan, lined it nicely with aluminum foil, spritzed it with the cooking oil, and then laid down some club crackers and some of these pretzel thins. Right now, we've got the caramel getting made in the pan, and then we're gonna pour it over this, let it solidify. We're making the Christmas crackers. My favorite part, we got our containers, our lids, all of our gorgeous, beautiful, delicious cookies. I got the wax paper, I made a square, I cut it on a diagonal, put it right in here, it fits perfectly. I'm gonna load it up with delicious cookies and put them in a bag, get my family and friends' names on them, and send them out starting tomorrow. I am so excited. Let's build these baskets. So let's see, I think in the bottom should be like the chocolate chips because, you know, they're sturdy. And then I think the Grinch cookie would be good to go down here. Again, it's a nice solid cookie. Let me get 2 of these. How many Grinches do I have? I think I can use 3 of these. Yeah. Snowballs. Yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Let's do some bugles over here. I think I'm gonna put bugles in a couple different spots. What do you think, love? Like where there's a spot for like a cookie can't fit, I'll put a couple bugles in that area, you know? Maybe 3 packs of bugles. You guys, let me know what you think. Next, I think the cornflake clusters, yeah. Okay. And the Christmas crackers will be the last thing that goes in the box because those won't be ready until tomorrow.
AJ from the future here. The chocolate thumbprint cookies were everybody's favorite, including ours. The cinnamon roll cookies and the Christmas pretzels and crackers were tied for second place, y'all. What a fun time. Everything was delicious. We'll bake again.
These are like such nice cookie boxes. I love them. I love some in my hair for the Christmas pretzels and crackers. All the cookies are stacked up and packed for delivery. I have 4 boxes here and 1 under the tree because I'm going to see my cousin later.
I am so excited to share these cookies with everyone. They came out beautifully. Let me give you a sneak peek. Oh, yes. We had so much fun doing this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful holiday season. Make sure you smash that subscribe to join the adventure, and I'll see you next Sunday with a brand new vlog. Cheers, y'all.